gotta go though. I can't wait. Do you see the rest of our seniors? I gotta go though.
There's Jace.
Where?
I don't know where Aaron and
I'm
the
looking for
Gilberts.
Aaron and Liam.
Yeah, I'm looking for Aaron, Liam, and the Gilberts.
Okay, we gotta go though. Either way, guys. Sorry.
I have to call the teachers in.
I hate to do it without him, but we gotta go. Okay, Rob's gonna give you 3. Okay. Yes. Okay, here we go, please. He'll give you 3. Eyes. Eyes. 1, 2, 3.
Let's give a warm welcome for our faculty.
Okay, see you soon. Yeah. We're waiting for pomp and circumstance. Pomp and circumstance, please.
I always knew this day would come. We'd be standing one by one with our future in our hands. So many dreams, so many plans.
Always knew after all these years there'd be laughter, there'd be tears, but never thought I'd walk away with so much joy but so much pain. And it's so hard to say goodbye. Yesterday's gone, we gotta keep moving on. I'm so thankful times that we had, I'll keep like a photograph and hold you in my heart forever. I'll always remember you. Na 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 na, na 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 na, na 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 na. Another chapter in the book. Can't go back, but you can look. And here we are on every page. Memories I'll always save.
Up ahead on the open doors, who knows what we're heading towards. I wish you love, I wish you luck. For you the world just opens up, but
it's so hard to say goodbye. Yesterday's gone, we gotta keep moving on. I'm so thankful for the moments, so glad I got to know you. The times that we had, I'll keep like a photograph and hold you in my heart forever. I'll always remember you. Every day that we had, all the good, all the bad, I'll keep them here inside. All the times that we shared, every place, everywhere, you touched my life. And one day we'll look back and we'll smile and we'll laugh, but right now we just cry. 'Cause it's so hard to say goodbye. Yesterday's gone, we gotta keep moving on. I'm so thankful for the moments, so glad I got to know you. The times that we had,
one bar of percussion, then we're in.
Good evening. Thank you to the Symphonic Band and the Chamber Choir for their prelude. I would now ask everyone to please stand and join our chorus for the playing of our national anthem, followed by our alma mater.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Ms. Palumba and your choir, and Mr. Paterno, Ms. Pascal, for our band and their performances. Welcome. My name is Mr. Ruick. I'm your principal here at Wayne Hills. Proud parents, loved ones, distinguished faculty, our Assistant Superintendent, Dr. Kazmark, Board of Education Vice President, Ms. Rigoloso, and Trustee, Ms. Lamandry, and Dr. Sir, our Special Services Director. Thank you all for coming here tonight. And our honorees this evening, the class of 2025. Parents, I'd like to recognize your efforts and all your support for our seniors. Thank you and congratulations. I would like to recognize the senior class advisors, Ms. Camano and Mr. Hittinger, for doing such a tremendous job for this class. And my leadership team, who I'm fortunate to work with each and every day, Ms. Ferreri, Mr. Bailey, Mr. Prosciutto, Dr. Glass, Ms. Stoffy, Ms. Ventimiglia, also our secretaries, cafeteria workers, our custodians, and of course, Mr. Hookstrait and his TV crew. They did such a wonderful job all year and put this all together. Thank you all. I'd like to also say farewell to our retirees, Ms. Anderley, Ms. Cornell, Ms. Mayella, Ms. Martinez, Mr. Terso, Ms. Sullivan, and of course our band director of 35 years, Mr. Paterno. So let's begin our commencement for the class of 2025. I have lived and worked in town since 2008, and I'm finishing my 25th year in Wayne with family living here since 1978. Today, my son, the second of my three children, will graduate from Wayne Hills, as will my niece across town at Wayne Valley, as her father did before. Hello, Sydney. So tonight is emotional for me as well. Those strong bonds developed in Wayne Township has enabled me to connect with parents, students, and staff, not only in school, but out and about, at ShopRite, on planes, at the boardwalk, some even on vacation, birthday parties, dinners, etc. I've gotten to really know friends of my sons, like Aid and Jack and Jad, to name a few, and to get to know their parents and their sibling. This has caused me to be deeply ingrained and embedded here in the Wayne community. And as I see more and more former students in these places I've mentioned, I love seeing familiar faces after they graduate. Some of them may not have been at the top of their game during these 4 quick years of life, and I sometimes get from them a strong sense of awkwardness or a belief that I could possibly be judging them for their supposed mistakes in high school as their former high school principal. But folks think I hold on to every uncomfortable moment of what happened to each of you, and I catalog it. I'm here to tell you, in the words of my son Jack, it is not that deep. Let me translate. Parents, your generation may have said it in high school to your parents as, "It's no big deal, Mom," or "I got this." Don't make a mountain out of a molehill, or even cool your jets for some of the older crowd here, or something similar. Let me just say and be very clear, I do not hold on to anything you've done here 4 years. I hold on to the memories from this class. I won't hold on to your driving during the day, your Saturday detentions for not being mindful, your carelessness perhaps with some bad language, your verbal and very, 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 very rarely a physical confrontation. Okay, I may remember those, a few of those. But most of those things, even what I mentioned just now, should not carry a significant amount of emotional weight for any of you or be made overly complicated. Remember, it's not that deep. What I remember is how you've grown from an acorn freshman year to being on your way to being a mighty oak. That you've had your ups and downs, as everyone does, yet you've blossomed into the person you are today. The smiles, the laughs, the goofy videos in the halls or at prom, or maybe even just a simple kind moment through the last 4 years. That time you push yourself to new heights, like Dear Patel and Nathan Gaddis, who are attending the United States Military Academy. And you're not the sum of these 4 years here. You're the sum of 17, 18, and 19 years right now. But over your lifespan, hopefully 100 years or more. Each time I will meet you later in life, we will start over again. I will meet you where you are at. But did you know what is deep, as I mentioned earlier? Your family, learning from your mistakes, doing unto others, getting back out there. You are the class of achievements, of striving, honor the legacy of past patriots, and be the young men and women you are meant to be. Remember, when problems arise, think about your problems the way my son Jack says, that they're not that deep. There's always a solution, a way out, especially if you ask for help. And thank you to the class of chill, who never let anyone see them sweat, including today. Thank you, class. And remember, there's only forward, always forward. Kadima, Tahanina, Ila, Il Amam. God bless. Right now, I'd like to bring up 3 speakers, the first of which here is our student president. So each of them brings a unique experience here to their speeches. This president served for the last 3 years and is a member of the National Honor Society, the Wayne Hills Cheer, DECA, Glamour Gals, SAD, Random Acts of Kindness, Student Ambassador President, and SDA Captain. She will be attending the honors program at Alabama University in the fall, majoring in business. Here's your class president, Miss Addison Deal.
Thank you. Good evening, Board of Trustees, teachers, administration, parents, grandparents, siblings, friends, and soon-to-be graduates of the class of 2025. My name is Addison Deal, and I stand before you as the senior class president of Wayne Hills High School. I'm so honored to speak to all of you today as we celebrate this group's accomplishments over the last 4 years. Before I begin, I would like to first thank my family, friends, teachers, and most importantly, my parents for getting me where I am today. I would not be up here without your love and support. Today is a day we have been waiting for since we stepped foot into this building. Today is a day where we get to say goodbye to this chapter of our lives. Today is a day we get to say we made it through high school and celebrate everything we could not wait for. We could not wait to grow up. We could not wait to get out of middle school. We could not wait to drive, to stay out late, to be independent. We could not wait to graduate. Maybe it is because we always believe the best is still ahead, and truthfully, it is. But now, sitting here in our caps and gowns, on this field we've crossed so many times before, looking back at the last 4 years, we realize something we could not see before. We are living some of the best days of our lives. We could not wait for the weekend, but now we will miss the spontaneous lunch runs and the energy of Spirit Rally. We will miss the moments that felt so small back then. Laughing too loud in the hallways, sneaking snacks into class, and of course, the unbeatable Friday Night Lights feeling. We could not wait to leave, but now we realize that in leaving, we are also letting go a version of ourselves that only existed in these hallways, classrooms, and common tables. We are leaving behind the us that was still figuring it all out and sometimes felt lost, but never truly alone. We reach the end of this chapter, but just because this chapter is over does not mean you will never go back and relive it. Your memories and experiences you've had in your 4 years will be with you forever. To my fellow classmates, we've been through so much together. We survived tests, awkward presentations, and class in 90-degree weather. We found our people, we built something here, a community, and a lot of moments we will never forget. And now we're heading off in all different directions, but we will always be connected by these shared years. Wayne Hills has given us more than just a diploma. It has given us the traditions that brought us together, like Spirit Week, senior breakfast, prom, and yes, those long, crowded parking lot lines that somehow become part of our routine. And thank you to everyone who supported us in Spirit Week this year. If you did not know, our grade got last place 3 years in a row. But in our final opportunity this year, we all came together, we are more than that, and won by thousands of points. And to our teachers, thank you for your dedication, your encouragement, and for always reminding us that we are capable of more than what we believed, even if we did not always turn in our homework on time. Without knowing it, the school has given us friendships that feel like family, memories we will carry forever, and lessons we did not know we were learning, and a foundation that will be a part of us no matter where we go. Many things led us to this moment. We each faced different challenges, had different choices to make, and came through it on the other side. As we go on to our next chapter, do not let these experiences go to waste. Even if you're not proud of every decision, take them with you and let them guide you through your next hurdle. We're leaving these safe halls of Wayne Hills High School as wiser and stronger people, ready for the next chapter. So if today feels a little bittersweet, that's okay. If you're feeling a mix of excitement, nervousness, pride, and maybe even sadness, that's more than okay. That's what it means to grow. Growing up is not just about getting to the next thing. It's about learning to slow down and appreciate the moments we are in, because these moments do not last forever. As Dr. Seuss once said, don't cry because it's over, smile because what happened. And what happened here at Wayne Hills, the friendships, the late night laughs, the small moments that felt big, is something we will always remember. Congratulations to us. We overcame, and now we are ready for our last moments as the class of 2020-25. We did it, and like Mr. Hinder always says, we changed the culture at Wayne Hills. So you can now say you graduated from the Wayne Hills class of 2025. Thank you.
Our salutatorian speaker of the class of 25 is a well-rounded scholar. He was the captain of our fencing team and an NHS member and a French Honor Society member. He studied at the Johns Hopkins Center for Talented Youth as a senior, as well as tutored students in math. He co-authored a paper printed by MIT and conducted research on machine learning. He will be studying mathematics and computer sciences while attending the University of Oxford on a full Ellison scholarship. The salutatorian address this evening is given by Tim Turaborov.
Good evening, teachers, coaches, staff members, parents, grandparents, friends, and graduates of the class of 2025. I'm extremely humbled and honored to give this year's Salutatorian speech. I wouldn't be here today without the love and support of my parents, without whose constant encouragement and high expectations of me pushed me to be the greatest version of myself, and to my older brothers who acted as role models for my entire life. And finally, to my friends who made high school the most unforgettable experience. I'm not going to bore you talking about how unprecedented our lives have been, how we've grown up in uncertain times, or how quarantine has affected us. We've put that past us. We've moved on. That's what life is. It's a series of hurdles and obstacles, yes, but more importantly, it's the joy of being around the people you love. Life is about staying up till 3 in the morning, talking to your friends, about fooling around when there's a sub, about going to parties on the weekend, and about the adventures you take with friends. Part of me can barely grasp that our childhood has ended, but I realize that that's okay. Our lives will be filled with worries, but when haven't they? We've already got through the hardest times of our lives. We've had to find ourselves and do so while surviving on the mountain of busy work that school and other activities have thrown at us. To those who can't relate, who can't wait to get a fresh start, I hope by the end of your college experience, you feel the same bittersweet feeling of nostalgia when looking back at the last 4 years. You'll never get this time back, so cherish every little moment of it. Cherish this last summer. Don't sit on reels all day and instead go on that spontaneous adventure with your friends to the city or the beach to make those timeless memories. The last thing you want to do is regret not spending enough time with someone after your paths in life drift apart. That being said, we all have regrets, and as we live, we'll have even more. But as Linus said, "But did you notice something, Charlie Brown? The world didn't come to an end." And that's what gives me hope, because even with the uncertainty ahead of us, I look out at this crowd and see aspiring athletes, future doctors, engineers, and artists. That's all still to come. Who we are now is a class of freshly graduated 18-year-olds, ready to take on the world. The truth is, we don't know exactly where life will take us. We'll find ourselves thousands of miles apart or even next-door neighbors. There's a lot of pressure to know who you are right now, to pick the right major, the right job, the right future, but you're allowed to change your mind. You're allowed to grow. You don't have to be a finished product at 18. You just have to keep moving forward. No matter what path we take, I hope we never lose the passion and stubbornness that brought us thus far. You'll make mistakes and you'll get in trouble, but there's no such thing as a painless lesson. They just don't exist. Sacrifices are necessary. You can't gain anything without losing something first. And now that we've graduated, I'm sorry, but you can't cheat off me anymore. Unless, of course, you Venmo me. Congratulations, class of 2025. I'm excited to see what the future has in store for us. So go out and fail spectacularly. Try things that scare you, get lost in new places, and ask questions no one else is asking.
Great job, great job, great job. Our valedictorian address this evening will be given by an extraordinary individual who has earned 3 county championships in tennis, went to nationals for FBLA, was a member of the Model UN Club, Winter Guard, and the National Honor Society and the French Honor Society. She helped the physics team to first place in the state. That's number 1, by the way, in the state. That's what first place means. And finished 3rd individually in the state. She'll be studying aerospace engineering at Georgia Tech in the fall. And it's my pleasure to introduce your valedictorian, Ms. Gargi Srivats.
You got it, you got it. Let's go.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Thank you all so much for being here. Teachers, parents, friends, family members, and our graduating class of 2025. When I first came to high school, I definitely didn't imagine myself standing up here giving a speech. Actually, the first day of school, I was so lost that I walked in circles around the new wing for 15 minutes trying to get to math class. I was lucky that freshman teachers understand how easy it is to get lost here, since every hallway looks the same. You guys might not be that bad with directions, but there have definitely been some other confusing moments we can all relate to. For example, Canvas. Even though it was only here for 1 year for us, we, and more teachers than expected, struggled to use Canvas. We learned to find our assignments, but I think a decent amount of us learned how to post them too. After having so much trouble getting used to it, I can't even imagine how everyone else must feel having to go back to Google Classroom next year. Little things like that help make us into who we are today, but they also shape the way we interact with everything and everyone else. However, we never would have gotten here if we never made those mistakes in the first place. Messing up helps us grow as people, but it's important to realize that every person around us is still growing too. Everyone brings their own experience, flaws, and biases to every decision, conversation, and interaction. Every word you hear is given subjectively, from family, friends, complete strangers, and even people on the internet. Even sources which seem to be completely objective hold their own biases and beliefs. That sounds kind of bad, but it just means that we have to use our own judgment when taking advice from others and hearing what others have to say. Nobody is perfect, after all. Just as we're always following our own paths and growing into better people, everyone else is making and learning from their own mistakes. Trust the people around you to cover your blind spots, but acknowledge that they're just as flawed and human. As we leave high school and go our separate ways, we enter places where we haven't grown up alongside everyone else, where we're not all cooped up in one building for 7 hours every day. But that just makes it even more important to remember that the people around us might not have grown up in the same way we have, and they might have different beliefs, values, and cultures. Don't forget to forgive, to communicate, to acknowledge each other's flaws. Don't forget that everyone else is just as human as we are. Congratulations again to the class of 2025, and remember to face the world with as much kindness and empathy as you hope to receive.
Each year, our students help select a faculty speaker to speak here. And this year, our faculty member has taught at Wayne Hills since 1990. He's built our band into a musical powerhouse, and the mention of his name speaks to excellence. I welcome Mr. Matthew J. Paterno as your class speaker.
Congratulations to the class of 2025. You made it. That's where you're supposed to cheer. Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you for the honor of choosing me to speak with you this night. I hope the thoughts that I share with you might help you as you move on from Wayne Hills. 35 years ago, a young, thin, dashingly handsome young man walked through the doors of Wayne Hills, and I walked in right behind him. I'll never forget the question that was foremost in my mind that day, and the question I imagine is foremost in many of your minds tonight. That is, what will I be? I've spent my whole life working with notes like C, E flat, G sharp, and B, and rhythms like, thank you very much, knew I could count on you. I found that of all the notes, B is probably the most important. As the old musical joke says, never be sharp, never be flat, always be natural. Be natural, wow. There's a lot of good advice in one note. I learned a Chinese proverb years ago that changed the way I thought about be and being. It states, stop trying to be and be. The first part, stop trying to be, speaks to the effort and energy spent trying to achieve an ideal or external image of yourself. This can stem from societal pressures, trying to please others, or internal perfectionism. The second part, and be, emphasizes embracing your true self, flaws and all. It suggests accepting your uniqueness and authenticity rather than straining for an unattainable ideal. Put together, the phrase encourages self-love and acceptance, recognizing that true fulfillment comes from being true to oneself. It suggests letting go of the need to be perfect and accepting that everyone has imperfections. While self-improvement is encouraged, the focus should be on becoming a better version of yourself, not trying to be someone else. The famous martial artist Bruce Lee added an important component to the idea of be or being for me. He said to be successful, you must not only be, you must do. I believe he wants us to understand that we must do the things every day that make us who we want to be. In reality, we must practice being our ideal selves, not just imagine it. And after we put in all that work, we want people to recognize us for being who we are. The problem with this is we begin to rely on the opinion of others to validate who we are. We give them the power to decide who we will be instead of deciding for ourselves. Confucius taught us the phrase, sorrow not at being unknown. Seek rather to be worthy of note. And that's the truth. Life isn't about acing every test or knowing all the answers. It's about what you do with what you know. It's showing up when it's hard, trying again after failing, listening, helping, and occasionally playing the right notes at the right time, on or off the stage. By following this advice, we have dominion over ourselves and are free to be who we choose. So here is some advice from one retiree to 200 and something brand new graduates just starting their careers. Be on time. Be kind. Be prepared. Be able to adjust when life throws you off tempo. Be in the moment. Be courageous. Be useful. Be well. Be happy. Be worthy of note. But most of all, be natural. Class of 2025, I'm proud of you and wish you the best in the future. Go out there, be the change you want to see in the world, and above all else, be yourself. Congratulations and thank you.
You're awesome. Thank you, Mr. Paterno, for that. At this time, I ask Addison and Tim, if your class president, vice president, to come up to the microphones, so we can begin reading the names of our graduates. All right, we're going to get up, and we're going to go on each side.
Shrivats, right? Shrivats? Gargi Shrivats.
Kayla Gabolis.
Ethan Kim.
Aiden Perez.
Stephanie Tolpin.
Francesca Sevilla.
Bella Mangello. You want Isabella?
Sarah Bollinger.
Isabella Catania.
Natalia Oliveira.
Michaela Severett.
Kendall Ecker.
Angelia Marceau.
Madeline Chesson.
Addison. Addie Hiller.
Leah Kleinstein.
Julia Sandler.
Laura Polero.
Matthew Palafonte.
Ariana Palafante.
Allison Ruggiero.
Gabriela Scatoro.
Mia Dong.
Casey Barada.
Layla Ramadani.
Jimmy Veal.
Ariani Asmat.
Jacob D'Onofrio.
Isabella Mastroni.
Drew Ziegler.
Ava Mastroni. Abigail
Chris Bandelli.
No, you tell me. Abigail Toback.
Chris Pellegrino.
Claudia Gale.
Aiden Ajanovsky.
Blake Neesonson.
Adrian Rojek.
Chelsea Fernicola.
Matthew Smith.
Briella Beach. Alexa.
Cassandra Riedema.
Alexa Bonchek.
Amelia Caruso.
Ava Kloss.
Imen Cheney.
Justin Shanahan.
Eva Sabah.
Ryan Westerberg.
Gianna Franco.
Ella Tash.
Seth Matachiro.
Aaliyah Servideo.
Ryan Jimenez.
Isabella Donato.
Mackenzie Moore.
Saif Nasser.
David Valdez.
Adam Masvej.
Alex Cruz.
Ishak Korkmaz.
Ali Ozdemir.
Talha Akdogan.
Lucas Rodriguez.
Ali Salim.
Laith Jafar.
Omar Yusuf.
Matasan Adamimi.
Andrew Castro.
Ziad Barsik.
Sebastian Garcia.
Ali Fidan.
Roman Dates.
Alberto Mocha.
To me.
Alexia Vuktadai.
Andrew Pose.
Sasha Wunej.
Jack Monacera.
Natalie Elijah.
Zach Rickus.
Yasmin Jabeli.
Alex Patton.
Emma Vaca.
Paul Couletis.
Katrin O'Rourke.
Ryan Gubernick. Deanna Asmar.
Sophia Gutierrez Campadonica.
Sakina Shirzad.
Kevin Arango.
Lucia Nesbitt.
Alex Ludena. Aiden Canizero.
Sophia Dokovic.
Zachary Zardazed.
Luna Hahn.
Victor Sorkin.
Michaela Talley.
Luciano Garcia.
Madeline Nolan.
Anthony Nori.
Madison Wolke.
Jeffrey Liu.
Sienna Kornhaber.
Chongyun Yu.
Rebecca Sufi.
Manny Omar. James Gagusis.
Angie Vera.
Hassan Aboud.
Alice Poxena.
Nicholas Wagner.
Sophia Flower.
Rob Shannon.
Adam Bunko.
Benjamin Siegel.
Janet Balal.
Jace Kim.
Emily Dominguez.
Deer Patel.
Chara Seasonton.
Marcello Dugdale.
Natalie Lewis.
Kevin Jackalone.
Liza Pelez.
Matt Venturi.
Matiam Banusi.
Nicholas Venturi.
Narita Batej.
Andrew Mercy-Gassi.
Amber Peterson.
Kevin Wang.
Reina Sarah.
Leandro Huerta.
Avery Saper.
Joe Catalano.
Kira Gill.
Madeline DeLeo.
Elizabeth Dankwa.
Edward Schulman.
Haley Shemley.
Farah Schwartz.
Mason Sneed.
Juliana Steer.
Sebastian Reyes.
Aaron Schwartz.
Samuel Fishman.
Anthony Casera.
Nathan Gaddis.
James Petreca.
Jack Bandola.
Ryan Dignam.
Hunter Bandola.
Ayush Patel.
Alex Stavanez.
Nassim Alkaldi.
Liam Sheffield.
Rafael Enriquez.
Emily Sorrentino.
Nabi Varoka.
Daniela Gajic.
Will Skura.
Jacqueline Sauer.
Mucheru Amai.
Victoria Mikhailov.
Nicholas DeGroat.
Jalen Fritsch.
William Logan.
Adrian Forseth.
Christopher Jones.
Jesse Link.
Logan Keenan.
Daniel Garrity.
Kevin Burrows.
Christian Alexander.
Elijah Williams Healy.
Nicholas Lowerkite.
Ardit Abrani.
Michael Cardassis.
Timothy Miola.
Chad Sad.
Akram Kabarta.
Jack Ruick.
Evan Hablitz.
Skogberg.
Adam Kabarta. Mohammed Hajar.
Zikshin Shuan.
Sean Lee.
Julian Vargas Escobar.
Hamza Tamok.
Francis Rojas.
Sabrina Puzo.
Eva Puzio.
Basmala Radwan.
Omar Mohammed.
Prevjot Kaur.
Furkan Turkman.
Alina Tolino.
Dylan Wilkinson.
Emma Rivera.
Anzur Yahia.
Riley Sexton. Nia Bacchioni.
Abdul Salim.
Addison Akowski.
John Carney.
Isabella Casasanta.
Mohammed Busetta.
Sebastian Patinello.
Max Schulman.
Johnny Mongelli.
Bazar Karasika.
Liam McCartney.
Amir Mar.
Oh, that way.
Dominic Torella.
Parker Johnson.
Dominic Torella.
Aus Washaw.
Cameron Hacker.
Wait. Chris Romano. Sorry.
Ethan Hill. Destiny
Maharm Hadzi.
Vivero. Destiny Vivero.
Johnny Grant.
Chloe Levy.
Adrian Gomez.
Hannah Fernandez.
Darian Kim.
Molly Strauss.
Maxwell Delegard.
Lauren Kay.
Aaron Veray.
Carly Inwood.
Rocco Edward Coppola.
Alyssa Tomporowski.
Kaylin Marie Lima.
Samantha Peranzo.
Sarah Ramirez.
Marley Smith.
Miriam Muhammad.
Denise Azuda.
Caitlin Inwood.
Olivia Gelber.
Mia Smallhair.
Nicole Gelber.
Sebastian Slaska.
Jean Lee.
Olivia Wolke.
Isis Belvez.
Yash Shah.
Hannah Lee.
Matthew Kim.
Aaron Hahn.
Tyler Fackelman.
Bassam Khan.
Blenny Sella.
Victorino Diaz.
Joseph Montaco.
Haroon Jenser.
Alex Baba. Ben Crawford. Ryan Soriel. Peter Carr. Zachary Altabello. Aiden Cenero. Tanner Gassione. Logan Sarzewski. Christian Soriel. Derek Hernandez. Angelica Byland. Lucas Souza. Say it again. Carolina Brzezinska. Cleon Pavuka. Emily Giraldo, sorry. Shivani Ghosh. Janice Marte. Say it again. Allah Amin. Nihal Balsi. Say it again. Erika Valencia. Say it again. Lady Salah. Yeah. Okay. Sanjitha Ready. Chloe Wadida. Carolina Sanchez. Prisma Vaughn. Marcus Nieves. Miyuki Dan. Alyssa Chan. Peyton Dubanowitz. Jessica Azar. Ella Dickin. Emily Munez. Yes. Allison Jordan. Emily Gagoussis. Lasia Chintala.
Timothy Turbov.
And Miss Addison Deal. Well, well, well. It is my privilege to present to the Board of Education to Dr. Toback the Wayne Hills High School class of 2025. And in doing so, I certify that students have met both the State of New Jersey and Wayne Board of Education requirements for graduation. And please remember that all school rules are in effect until all have left school grounds at the conclusion of the ceremony. Addison, can you please go in front of your class? Let him rip. Woo! I would like to thank everyone for joining us this evening. And remember, our toughest obstacles become our best opportunities. It is nice to be important, but it is important to be nice. Good night, God bless, and be well.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. Since we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. It doesn't show signs of stopping, and I brought some corn for popping. The lights are turned down low. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. When we finally kiss goodnight, how I'll hate going out in the storm. But if you'll really hold me tight, all the way home I'll be warm. The fire is slowly dying, and my dear, we're still goodbying. As long as you love me so, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
He doesn't care if it's 10 below. He's sitting by the fire's cozy glow. He don't care about the cold and the winds that blow. He just says, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
Let it snow.
Ooh-wee goes the storm. Why should he worry when he's nice and warm? His gal by his side and the lights turn low. He just says, let it snow, let it snow. I don't care.
Weather outside is frightful, but that fire is delightful. Since we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. It doesn't show signs of stopping, and I brought lots of corn for popping. The lights are way down low, so let it snow, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. When we finally say goodnight, how I'll hate going out in the storm. But if you'll only hold me tight, all the way home I'll be warm. The fire is slowly dying, and my dear, we're still goodbye. Long as you love me so, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.